Hello everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Nezzy's Place podcast where truth lives. Today we are wrapping up part 2 of Checking Your Path. Plus I have an exciting giveaway coming up at the end of the show, so don't go away. Well, welcome back to Where Truth Lives podcast. If you are new to the podcast, I want to make sure you know the purpose and mission here is to provide motivation, encouragement, inspiration, and positivity. So if you know someone that needs a positive push, please share the link and make sure you lock it in. Well, you guys ready to get started with the part 2 of Checking Your Path? But before we dive into that part, I want to reiterate of what we discovered last week and the actions that we talked about we needed to take to when we get off track and how we know we're on track. Basically, we were laying the foundation about staying on the right path, and it's important to know that we are on the right path in life. But what do you do when you get off your path? Do you become unraveled? Do you get right back on? And last week we mentioned a few ways to stay focused on your path. And I want to talk a little bit about those just to remind you. And they were: believe in yourself, stay true to your purpose, trust yourself, stop doubting yourself, stay devoted to yourself, raise the bar, have a stick-to-itness attitude, and try just a little harder. If your foundation is built on any of those, you will be able to manage through life. And even though you are feeling tossed and thrown by life circumstances, you will be able to handle whatever comes your way. You will not become a loose cannon and ready to explode or pull your hair out, but yet you will be grounded in life. And we discovered some of the diversions that we bring upon ourselves. But what about the outside forces? One of my original quotes that I love and I share so much is, it says, having the right people in our lives is like having the ingredients for a delicious recipe. But if your ingredients are not exactly correct, your recipe will be a disaster. And that ties into our associations. Occasionally, our associations can persuade us to veer off our path, whether it's dealing with the wrong person or persons. When we allow people to manipulate and interrupt our plans, we call that distractions. You know, the dictionary says a distraction is a process of diverting the attention of an individual or group from a desired area of focus and thereby blocking or diminishing the reception of desired information. So basically, in layman's terms, a distraction is something that takes your attention away from what you are supposed to be doing. That's what a distraction is. Fact check here: everyone that comes into your life is not meant to stay. And we're still talking about associations. Many times people enter into our lives to teach us about something or ourselves, and once their time is up, it's a good thing to part ways. It's not always a bad thing when some associations leave our lives, or maybe we don't talk to them anymore, but we have to ask ourselves, who am I spending the most time with? Who do I consult with on a daily basis? Am I getting solid and useful information from people? Who do I allow to invest in my life or speak into my life? Do I seek to be like them or vice versa? Are they draining me? Only you can answer these questions. See, we can't allow ourselves to forget and lose sight of what we are supposed to be doing or who we are supposed to be when we are with certain people, especially when we are confident in what and where our path is leading us. So we always have to remember that. You will know when you are losing yourself due to distractions when what you intended to do or plan to do has been smothered by your associations. Apparently, their plan or plans supersede yours. And we have to stay focused. Staying focused is imperative because you can't lose sight of the aspirations of your own destiny by spending time with those who have none. Oh, wow. Did I just say that? Yes, I did. I really did. I have to say it again. You can't lose sight of the aspirations of your own destiny by spending time with those who have none. And I mean it. Stop investing and wasting time with those who have no plans for the future. Why would you even waste time? Staying on the right path will help you disregard the naysayers and the negative talkers. These are folk who will pull you away from your short and long-term goals by negative talking. They can kill the smallest dream by less than 3 words. Like, that's dumb, that won't work, why? Oh, that why. You're doing what? Leaving you question your own abilities and creative ideas that entered into your mind. You must learn to ignore the naysayers and negative people. Only you know who they are. Only you can identify them, and you know the people who you have surrounding you. Sometimes you just have to create a little distance when you are trying to move forward with things. Let's move on. We're going to call them time wasters, people who waste your time doing nothing. These are the ones who may not be secure in their own vision or purpose. They will steal your valuable time by creating obstructions in your life, so you really can't see where you're supposed to be going. And I want to tell you, it only takes about 5 minutes to change your mind. So put that in your mental Rolodex. The next time you are being persuaded to choose something other than what you plan to do, stick to your plan. Think about your life and when a plan has been shared. Who killed it? Who found things for you to do and kept you from fulfilling your own plans? These could be short or long-term goals, whatever. A diet, a dream, a trip, a venture, a book, whatever. Who poured water on your dreams? Who tried to pop your bubble? Now, if you poured water or popped your own bubble for your own dream, then you need to go back and listen to part 1 of this series and start from scratch. So sometimes we have time stealers in our lives. And time stealers are a little different than time wasters. Time stealers is just a fancy word for procrastination. It comes in all forms. It's more personal. It comes in fun and activities, events, watching shows, going to movies, out to dinner, plays, binging, hanging out with friends, sitting on the couch, doing nothing. It's great to do some of those things. It really is, because I enjoy them as well. But when it keeps you away from your path and veers you off your path, then it's time to check it, see what's going on. I had to evaluate how I was spending my time, and I noticed that I wasn't getting anything done. I had too many time stealers in my life, and I was doing them to myself. I was enjoying catching up on some of my favorite shows, and I had to ask myself, is this pushing me closer to finishing my work or moving me in another direction? It sure wasn't helping me get any closer to what I was supposed to be doing. That's why my Mondays are dedicated to just work. Whether I'm working on my website, new project, show, I have to stay committed to the dream, committed to myself. And yes, I may have to ignore some phone calls, but you have to do it. So whatever you decide, pick a day or 2 out of the week and just focus on your own path. And whatever you need to do to bring things into fruition, do it. This could change your life significantly and put you on a path, and you will be unstoppable because you have to finish your projects, and you have to do it. Another area that I want to mention is spending too much money can really get us off track. Spending too much money and not using your resources for your business, your plan, your brand, whatever, that could be a downfall, because money that you can use to bring you wealth, you're using it for short-term gratifications. So we have to change that mindset. And I wanted to definitely put that plug in, because sometimes we don't think about the money that we spend on other things when we could be investing in our dreams in our own business. So make sure you keep that in mind. And we must make sure that we do our homework, research our businesses, and invest our time laying out the plan, what we want to do, because when you are creative, you want to make sure that your plan is written down on paper, because that's how you will see the vision, write a plan, look at it, make it happen. Write a plan, look at it, make it happen. So I want to kind of close up a little bit on the show. We talked about the path, and the path that we're supposed to be on, the path, the diversions that happen in our lives. And we want to always stay mindful of the things that happen. But I want to focus on a path right now, kind of closing up. What is a path? A path is a roadmap, a guide to lead and direct us to a final destination or place. If you follow the right path, it can change the trajectory of your life. But staying on the wrong path will lead to failures, dissatisfaction, unfulfillment, regret, blame, and most of all, you will not be happy with yourself or your choices. You will feel like you've wasted so much time doing absolutely nothing. But you have a choice. We all have a choice. I like to say we have two choices. Change it or stay the same. You decide. I choose to change. Right? Let's choose to change. And don't let fear, lack of focus distract you from moving forward and staying on the right path in your life. Cancel out the naysayers and the negative speakers. Let it go in one ear and out the other. Monitor the time wasters and time stealers that are in your life causing distractions daily. Because if we don't, they will rob us of whatever is in store for us. And we will certainly be shifted and on a different path. So, stay true to yourself, yet always be open to learn. Work hard and never give up on your dreams. Even when nobody else believes they can come true but you. These are not cliches, but real tools you need no matter what you do in life to stay focused on your path. Okay, guys, that's my show. And I hope you got something from part 1 and part 2. Learn some of the tips and tools and things that we need to do to stay focused on our path, stay committed to ourselves, to stay on track, and know and identify when we're veering off and getting off track. Sometimes we have to reel ourselves back in and start all over, and it's perfectly okay. Well, that's my show today, but before I go, I promise to tell you about a giveaway. I'm giving away 3 books, and what you need to do, you have to do 3 things. The first thing is visit the Nezzy's Place website, leave a comment, and share what you like from any one of the podcasts. Number 2, go to your Facebook page, and you have to say, check out the Nezzy's Place podcast, hashtag Nezzy's Place. And third, you have to also post on your Facebook page a link of one of your favorite podcasts that I've done. Okay, those 3 things. And I'll put them in the podcast notes so that you can reflect back on those. The first 3 people that will do this will get a free book. I will not charge you for shipping. So when I say free, I mean free 100%. Make sure you shoot on over to the Nezzy's Place website where you can listen to previous episodes. And my podcast can be heard over 10 platforms now: Google Play, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Breaker, Stitcher, Castbox, and many, many more. So you want to get connected. When you go to the website, click on the RSS feed button and you can subscribe and be notified when I post a show. If you're listening on the Facebook page, please make sure you share the link. Share. Like I always say, guys, it's your house, your life, and your rules. Remember, this is a day that we will never see again. So be true to yourself, stay focused, and stay you. Take advice from others, use what you can, but never mind what is not meant for you. For the most part, trust yourself, believe in what you are doing, and stay on the path, and make sure you always check your path. Have a great day, and I'll see you next week. I am out.